From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Coping with tragedy. An emotional night as hundreds gather to remember the lives taken by a man who went on a killing spree on Detroit's west side.
The search is on tonight for the driver who hit a pedestrian and took off.
Because I got really lucky. I was scared because it could have gone a lot worse.
A predator on the loose tonight. Police releasing this video of a man they say robbed a woman at a popular downtown Detroit parking garage, but he didn't stop with the robbery. Off the top here tonight at 11, police say he also tried to sexually assault her. It
happened last night just after 11 p.m. in the Detroit Opera House parking garage on Broadway. Jermont Terry is there live with a closer look at the man police are looking for. Jermont, good evening.
Good evening, Kimberly and Devin. This is most definitely disturbing. It's one thing for someone to follow someone into this parking garage. That's what police allege. But this man not only followed the woman into the garage, but robbed her at gunpoint and, get this, tried to sexually assault her. And tonight, there's an all-out search to find the man police believe did this to this woman. Just after 11 Monday night, what happened inside this parking garage of the Opera House left a 61-year-old woman violated. She found herself fighting off an attacker. Detroit police say the man seen here followed the woman into the parking garage on Broadway just off Madison. Once inside, things got worse. Just as the woman opened her car door, the man first attempted to rob her. But during the robbery, the man is accused of ordering the woman to the back seat, where he beat the woman, then sexually assaulted her inside her car. That man took off running only after the woman kept kicking, punching, and fighting. Surveillance cameras captured these images of the man. You can see him walking calmly away. It's unclear if these images were before or after the attack. Of course, the Detroit Opera House, speaking out about this in a statement, in part says, "We have been in the process of employing and expanding the video surveillance system, which will be fully implemented in the next few weeks. We are conducting a thorough investigation of the incident to determine if any further security improvements should be made." They also went on to say that we express our heartfelt concern to the individual that was harmed in this incident. Now, we should also point out it's unclear. Police have not given us an indication as to where this woman was coming from last night around 11:15 when she was assaulted. But you know, this garage is used by a lot of people at all hours of the night. That's the very latest. For now, reporting live in downtown, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont, and here's another look at that suspect. Police say he's about 6 feet tall, 250 to 300 pounds, with medium brown complexion. If you have any idea who he might be, give Detroit police a call.
Family and friends are still trying to wrap their heads around a quadruple murder yesterday on Detroit's west side.
Police say George Davis Jr. shot the mother of his child, her father, and a young woman who was getting a ride with them at a gas station before killing his cousin at another location, and he later killed himself after fleeing to Ohio.
And now to Jason Colthorpe, who was there at that vigil for the victims tonight. Jason?
An emotional vigil tonight, guys. And you know, over the last couple of days, we've learned those first 3 victims all went to the same church, and church is exactly what it felt like tonight. How I made it over. There was singing.
Jesus' name. Jesus' name.
There was prayer.
In the name of Jesus, we bind them.
But also screams of sorrow for the senseless murders of 4 people, including Raphael Hall, his daughter Sierra Barganier, and Kristen Thomas. Hundreds of people crowded the corner of Fenkell and West Parkway tonight, just feet from the Sunoco where they were shot.
Words cannot compare. This is beyond measure. I would have never, I can't say that I would have never, because he touched so many lives. Look at all these people.
Hundreds of people.
My father.
Many were from the Citadel of Praise Church, where Hall was a deacon.
He was the first face that you saw as soon as you walked in the door. I mean, the very first face. As soon as you walked in, he said, "What's up?" You're like, "What's up, man? What's going on?" You know, he wanted to know about your day. You know, he wanted to know, make sure you were all right. He wanted to let you know that you were in the right place.
Just his presence and his smile. He was just such a good person.
Chanel Deloach brought her daughters to the vigil.
Because they wanted to pray for the community. And I tried to leave them at home, and I said, we're just going to be praying, and it'll probably be some sad things going on. And said, Mom, we want to come pray too.
Very sad tonight, and also joyous at times, and the people I talked to said it's going to be very strange not to see Mr. Hall and his daughter, especially Mr. Hall at church Sunday, the way he greeted people as soon as he saw them with that handshake and a strong grip he was known for. But they say they'll get through this with their faith. We're in Detroit tonight. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason. Classes will resume tomorrow at all Wayne Westland Community Schools. The entire district closed today while the school and law enforcement investigated threats posted on social media. The district says the investigation revealed there is no threat to students nor to staff. However, going forward, there will be increased police presence at all of the schools in the district. Now, Wayne Westland, just one of many local communities where threats have closed schools since the shooting in Florida. Look at this map. There have been at least 20 across Metro Detroit, most of them involving postings on social media.
Looking for a driver tonight in connection to a hit and run in Riverview. It happened last night at the busy intersection of Fort and Pennsylvania. The victim says he was crossing the street when a car hit him and kept going.
I get across the first lane, half of the second lane, and then I saw a car coming to my right side, and then he clipped me, and I went flying across the other side of the road.
Well, police are looking for the driver to hear their side of the story. If you have any information about this incident, contact police.
A boil water advisory in effect for parts of West Bloomfield Township tonight. Crews are working on repairing a water pressure issue. The advisory concerns residents and businesses in the areas east of Hiller and north of Greer roads. Officials say this is an advisory that could last for 3 days or so. Residents being asked right now to boil water for a full minute before using it.
Police in St. Clair Shores are searching for the person they say fired a BB gun at a woman driving. Happened late last night on Jefferson, where Grosse Pointe and St. Clair Shores meet. The driver of the car hit says the BB gun pellets smashed her car windows. Detectives say there have been similar incidents, but no indication that they are connected. The woman driving says she was shaken up, but not hurt.
Vice President Pence expected to visit Michigan this Friday. According to a Politico report, he's expected to attend an event to promote and address how the recent tax overhaul is affecting Michigan. Also expected to attend a fundraiser to raise money for GOP House candidates. Again, expected to be this Friday. A group of distinguished World War II veterans was honored in a street renaming ceremony today at Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
The Tuskegee Airmen were the first African-American pilots in history and became famous for their missions as well as their red-tailed airplanes. Brigadier General John Slocum said it was an honor to have a street named for the airmen.
It's our honor to make part of this base permanently named. You know, it's a symbolic thing that we're doing, but you need to know that it comes from our heart. And I certainly appreciate the time that you've spent, the investment you've made, and the wonderful things you've done for Selfridge, for Michigan, and for our country.
Selfridge is renaming the street on base from Birch Street to Tuskegee Airmen Way.
Coming up, the nation's lowest paid teachers closer returning to the classroom. The deal that could end the statewide strike that's been going on in West Virginia.
Security status reduced. White House senior advisor and President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, will no longer have access to highly classified information. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Kim, temperature's not quite as cold in the morning, but we're not going to be near a record in the afternoon. Plus, there's some major changes to how Thursday's shaping up regards to snow. More on that coming up.
All right, Ben, but first we're continuing our coverage of helping you unclutter your life. Next up, the touchy topic of what to do when your parents have too much stuff.
Parents are healthier if there's less clutter.
How to help them unclutter their lives. Next.
Vitamins are a hot topic of debate, but experts agree certain ones are essential. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., what you really need at each stage of your life.
We've been helping you unclutter your life. Fortunately, so far, Kim is keeping me around. But this is a really difficult topic to discuss with your parents as they age and talk to them about their stuff. Experts recommend talking to them early and learning their wishes for their belongings.
Yeah, it really is a big deal. We spoke to 3 sisters who had to go through their mother's belongings after she died. It was emotional, but they came up with a plan, and it's helping them deal with their own stuff. It's tea time for Karen, Diane, and Donna. The tea set belonged to their mother, Eleanor.
She was a good mom. She was loving, caring.
When their mother died, sitting down and talking like this helped the sisters handle the process of going through her belongings.
We trusted each other to make decisions for each other and that's a big thing, communication and trust.
You can't have everything, and you have to realize
and that's the thing.
It's emotional. I mean, going through it, you tear up, you see something, and you do start tearing up, and then you say, I've got to move on, I've got to get this done.
The ceramics their mother made, her jewelry, silver. The sisters chose a few items to honor their parents' memory. They hired an estate planner to deal with the rest.
The estate sale person comes in and says, well, we're going to sell these and we're going to give these and so on and so forth and take them and things like that. So that was extremely helpful in the expediency of it.
Karen, Diane, and Donna are now motivated to declutter their own stuff for their children.
There it is. To do it now so that they don't have this huge issue at the end where you got to go through everything and papers and all that kind of stuff. That's the advice I give people. Start the process early as far as yourself.
I think it's really important to honor the things our parents have collected over all these years and to really start early going through their things with them.
Dr. Donna Rockwell is a clinical psychologist in Farmington Hills. She recommends having your parents talk about their stuff with you.
It's so important when we are helping our parents pare down as they get older to let them take the time and tell the story about this item, what its value is to them, what the meaning is to them. And then they'll be better able to let go of it. If they can share that with you as their child, not only will you be able to get them to give it up easier, but you will have such a connection with your parents and create family legacy to pass on to your own children.
Make going through their stuff a positive experience.
Reframe it for them. Instead of having them experience this as a loss, you can help them look at it as we're clearing out the house for fresh space, to create fresh space for new things. So it's not just loss, what they're getting rid of, but fresh space.
And clearing physical clutter can make us feel better.
Parents are healthier if there's less clutter. If the space is cleaner and more open, their minds will be able to stay cleaner and more open longer. Your surroundings create how you feel inside. So the more cluttered, the more cluttered.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and Dr. Rockwell says if you're doing it after a loved one has died, it's important to have support because you're also going through the grief process, which, I mean, that makes sense.
Yep.
If you find yourself in a deep grief, you should call a counselor.
This is just part of what we've been doing all day, and if you've missed any of our Unclutter Your Life stories, we've put them all in a special section of our website. Just head to clickondetroit.com. And here's a look at what Defender Karen Drew has coming up tomorrow night at 11.
Fighting crime with technology.
Criminals are getting a little smarter, so we had to get a little smarter.
The Defenders take you inside the Detroit Police Department.
We're able to identify crime patterns.
How do they track down the criminals?
A video is a silent witness. It doesn't forget.
A lesson in crime fighting you've probably never learned. Tomorrow at 11.
Well, February is going out like a really warm, cuddly little lamb. Sweet. Today was lovely.
Yeah. I didn't remember learning that euphemism.
Isn't that the adage?
Warm, cuddly lamb.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up. But yeah, either way, we'll take it. Yeah. One more look at today. 60 is where we maxed out at, and that fell 3 degrees short of the record set back in 1976. The bad news is this is as good as it gets this week. Temperatures, though, still going to be above average for the entire forecast. We're just not going to be as close to a record as what we set today. Current numbers out there coming off of that 60-degree high. We're already down to 43. There's a south wind out there at 7. Winds have relaxed considerably. From where we were earlier in the day, where we had very breezy conditions and those wind gusts 25, 30 miles an hour plus at times. So this round of rain stays south of us, and the stuff that's starting to show up on radar here in the UP and northern lower is going to stay away from us as well. But we will start getting some rain in here as we head towards tomorrow morning. Now, there has been a big change in the models, and to be quite honest, they've been flip-flopping around like a fish out of water here for the last couple days. Not consistent at all with the solution specifically for Thursday. But as far as Wednesday goes, we're still getting just probably a few light showers at times, more dry spots than wet as we get through the day on Wednesday. Just be aware, it could be a couple drops around. Then here comes the bigger push of rain, and we'll start seeing it in the morning commute on Thursday. This will stay liquid until we get closer to sunset, but the big change is that low goes further north and allows a little bit more snow to start moving into the area. It still does not look like it's going to be a major system, but the numbers are starting to increase across the area. Most of us at least falling. Again, this is snowfall, not necessarily what's going to stick. Anywhere from less than an inch across our south zone to maybe as much as 2 inches in parts of our north zone. And they're depending on, I wouldn't focus on that 6.4 by the way, but it just depends on where the track of that low goes and how much that thumb area is going to receive. But again, these numbers are trending upward. That's the real message here. I don't think that most of this is going to stick, but some of it possibly will. So a dusting to some very minor accumulations, it looks like what we can expect on the tail end of Thursday. Tonight, though, 39. Clouds increasing. For the most part, we're going to stay dry through the better part of tomorrow. Just a scattered shower at best. High temperatures, though, still not too bad. 4-zone forecast showing us 50 degrees here in the city, and that's probably what we'll see for an official temperature. North of there in the city, as we get towards M59, we're looking at upper 40s. Our warmest locations down near the state line, where we're going to check in with 52 tomorrow afternoon. West zone, that's where some of the 40s start showing up. Mid to upper 40s there from Flint down to Novi. And north zone, you're going to be one of the cooler locations, but not by much. Still a lot of clouds around tomorrow. 45 in Sandusky, 46 in Yale. And Macomb's going to be at 47 tomorrow afternoon. So the numbers keep going down as far as temperatures go into the weekend. Coldest day is going to be Friday, and again, that's still above average for this time of year, but a lot of sunshine as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures staying above average. Really going to watch that Thursday system. It's starting to move around a little bit, so we'll keep our eyes on it as we get towards Thursday afternoon.
Yep. Cool. All right. Thank you, Ben. Tonight, a warning for online shoppers, why customers are not getting what they're paying for on popular sites like Amazon.
But first, nearly a dozen people sickened at an Army base. Why the hazmat team had to be called in when we come back. Charges have been filed in connection with the death of a Dearborn man. Robert Gonzalez was arraigned today in the murder of 37-year-old Ishmael Abdullah. Abdullah was found shot to death in the middle of the street in Dearborn. Gonzalez now being held without bond.
Former Harper Woods police officer Michael Lynch was sentenced today for stealing items from an evidence room. He pleaded guilty to possession of a controlled substance and misconduct in office. He was sentenced to 2 years probation and must enroll in a drug treatment facility.
Novi police have arrested a man in a series of mail thefts across Metro Detroit. Lonnie Shoemaker is accused of stealing mail right out of homeowners' mailboxes. He was arrested after leading police on a chase that hit speeds of about 100 miles an hour. 11 people, including some Marines, became ill after an envelope containing an as yet unknown substance was opened at a military base in Arlington, Virginia. 3 people had to be taken to the hospital. They are all in stable condition tonight. The U.S. Marines say they followed protocol. They evacuated the building after the envelope was opened. Military officials, along with hazmat teams and the FBI, all looking into this and trying to identify the substance.
Teachers in West Virginia are set to go back to their classrooms. Last week, they went on strike demanding more money. West Virginia teachers make an average of $45,000 a year compared to $58,000 nationally. The governor offered them a 4% increase in pay, but teachers say it wasn't enough. They finally agreed to a 5% raise and will be back in the classroom Thursday.
White House senior advisor and presidential son-in-law Jared Kushner has had his security clearance downgraded. The downgrade is going to limit Kushner's ability to read highly classified documents, and he's not alone. All White House aides had their security clearance lowered. That move comes as White House Chief of Staff John Kelly seeks to overhaul the security clearance process. Well, better be careful the next time you purchase items online with certain retailers. They might be fake.
According to a new report from the Government Accountability Office, products sold on popular online retailers such as Amazon, Walmart, and eBay may be counterfeits. 47 products were tested, 20 of them were fake. Those products included makeup, travel mugs, and phone chargers. Companies say customers should take precautions and buy directly from the brand's website.